All right, Ozark Iron Gym. Will, we're having trainer conversations. What are the foundation principles that people should be focusing on rather than focusing on the minute details?
Okay, great. So the major four things you need to focus on before we do anything else: recovery, sleep, nutrition, and stress. Right. So if we can focus on those things first, then everything else will fall into place. And I think that where people get it backwards most of the time is people are so fixated on the programming specifics. Things have to be this way. I need to change my programming because I'm not getting results, or I need this supplementation because I'm not getting results.
My pre-workout, what about that?
Pre-workout, right. Yeah, so none of that stuff is gonna matter if those core principles aren't already solid, right? And I think one of the most important thing, obviously, is nutrition and recovery, right? And so if you don't get those things dialed in, it doesn't matter what programming you're doing in the gym. It doesn't matter what supplementation you're taking. You will get results, but it's just not going to be, you're going to hit a wall, you're going to hit stagnation. You're going to have all these other problems that arise because you're not taking care of the underlying problem first, right?
Biggest thing is you're going to plateau.
100%.
You're going to plateau in strength. You're going to plateau in fat loss.
Right.
Whatever your goals are, unless you're picking up the heavy stones first,
Right.
you're going to plateau.
Right.
So I totally see what you're saying here in the gym, and we see this all the time, especially with the newcomers.
Sure.
So what are the things like sleep, stress, nutrition?
Right.
How do people really get started focusing on those things?
So I think it's a crawl, walk, run scenario, right? So if you're not familiar with it, don't just dive into the deep end. Do the things that you can handle first, right? If it's, some people are able to take things away out of their diet and they're totally fine and they can do that. They can cheat every now and again. They can indulge. Some people have to just be complete eliminators. They can't ever have it because if they look at it, they're gonna have a problem. So I think just identify yourself as that. Like, are you somebody that has to eliminate it completely, or are you able to give yourself a little bit of leeway every couple of weeks where you have something that you want? And there's always substitutions for everything too. So even if you did have to eliminate something from your diet that you really like, there's substitutions.
And you could even go a step further and say it doesn't matter the meal prep you're doing if you haven't stopped drinking alcohol every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Also true, yeah. So alcohol is going to just jack up all of those things, not only nutrition but the recovery part of it too, right?
And we'll do separate of these conversations on each of these things, but I think the major thing is if you're focusing on getting better sleep, eating more whole foods, those things, making sure you're consistent in the gym, those things are going to be paramount to get results in here. Trainer conversations with Will, always a pleasure. Ozark Iron Gym.